We continue learning Kitzur Yomi. We're in the middle of discussing the different halachas of derech eretz, etc. during a suda. We're up to Siv Vav and Siman Mambi. Says the Kitzur Shnayim Sheyeshin al Shulchan. Two people are on a table. Afilu kol echad kair shaloi b'fanav. Even if each one has his own dish, ay b'minei peiros, or they're sitting down to eat fruit, yesh kol echad chelke lefanim mikol makam ha'gadol poishet yadai techila. The more prominent one should go for the food first. One who reaches for food before the one who's a gadol ariz a gargrin. And of course, the chiddush of here is, even though everyone has their own portion, still you allow the gadol to start the suda first. Siv Zayin says the kitzur shnayim shaych l'mitech akarachas. If two people are eating from one dish, so one stops to drink, what's the derech eretz? He's not eating, you wait for him as well. However, if there are three people eating, two do not have to wait for one. Continues the Kitzur and Sivches, getting into the halachas of Baal Tashchas, Haitam Zarcha B'Pas. You can do whatever you want with your bread. Vani Mili Deloi Mimas Bey. Can't be repulsive. Avamidi Mimas Bey Loi Hilkach. Therefore, in Sebchim Bois Akaira, don't support a dish with bread. Avalimlei Davar. If it's filled with slime, Shemipol Alapasi Yimais. It's going to fall, then the bread will be a pasal. When you're eating food with bread, and you're using the bread place of a spoon, using it as a cracker, using it to get the food. You always want to eat. Maybe by a cracker would be similar. Using the cracker to get that piece of herring, then you always want to make sure to take a little bit of the cracker, the bread, each and every time. And pasta which rains, eat it afterwards, and you don't want to leave it over, making it that it was just a serving utensil, and or that someone might eat from it. Usr lizraik pas, do not throw bread. Even when it's not disgusting. Why? The mere act of throwing it is degrading bread. However, other types of food, if it's going to become repulsive, then also the zark. If it's not going to repulsive, like mutter. The Rebbe's throw apples, it's not going to become disgusting. Why? So the Mishabura writes that it's dafka nuts because it's a shell. But okay, maybe an apple you can just wipe off. Don't sit in a sack that contains fruit, because it becomes repulsive through this. And of course, in note 29, it points out, if it's not going to be affected, then it's not a problem. Beans, etc. One should not wash your hands with wine, other drinks, it's a design, an important halacha. Sometimes you see food lying around, you should pick it up. Food that is fit for people, don't feed it to animals. Say if you have to use bread for refuah, even if it becomes disgusting. If you're doing it for a tachlis, if you're doing it for a reason, then it is going to be mutter, then it is permitted. Be careful with bread crumbs. Don't throw them to cause it causes poverty if one steps over the bread. Is given to the birds. Don't drink facing the public. Turn your face and don't drink towards people. Excuse me, you do not have to turn your face. You don't have to turn the face. This is a din in sneus. Siv Yud Gimel ein mistakel if they oichel v'sheis. Don't look at someone eating and drinking v'lochel k'shanav, nor at the item in front of him. You don't want to embarrass him. Guess we'll include with this taking pictures. Sometimes people find it funny taking pictures of people eat. We see it's inappropriate. People are embarrassed. Siv Yud Dalet kol meichel mashim b'nei adam sheish lo reich. He brings something in front of a person that smells. V'adam toiv lo, and he's craving. He smells the wonderful aromas. Give him a little bit from that food. Laham mishashi to the server. If it can cause a person harm. If you see something you're mit'ave for every you don't eat from it, the craving could cause one harm. One should not give anyone to eat until he knows about him. Should not feed someone unless you know he's going to wash his hands and eat. Over here it points out, if one just doesn't know and he does it out of ignorance, that's going to be fine. And it points you to the tshuva of Ramesha that there are times that one can even do it for someone who doesn't know how to make a bracha. Again, the eats I believe the Paiskim give is you make a bracha with him. You say, let's make a bracha together. You make the bracha, let him answer amen. That is one level. Sifta zayin isha shein la baila ima, a woman that her husband ain't licious yain, do not drink wine. If she's in another place, that she's sleeping away from him, I feel in baila ima, even if her husband is with her, asr lishtais, she cannot drink wine. For adin shar mashkan mashak, anything else in a tax case, in the rikil lishas yain. But if she normally drinks it bifnei baila, then mutar lishas ma'at shalai bifnei baila. And again, I guess the women that drink wine, it would be common even shlabif neibayla because they're in this gather. Aser la'archim is forbidden for guests lital klumi mashal thames to take food. Litin bi'abinoi. Oibita shabal abayis and give it to the son or daughter of the balabais. Kishamin the balabais yisem the balabais doesn't have any more. Mimashev lefneim that which you gave to them. I give you the guest food, you give it to my kid, and then what happens? You don't have what to eat, and I'm embarrassed. Which again would be our case, a lot on the table, then mutter, it is allowed. Someone comes into a house. Give me something to eat until they say that it is time to eat. And we just lost the halacha. 1 second. Let's get back over here. Until they tell him it's time for the meal. Also, halacha is forbidden to eat misuda sheinim hafsekes b'bayla. If he doesn't have enough food, the host doesn't have enough for himself, you should not eat. Again, this could happen commonly. So enforce someone, give me. The person doesn't have enough for himself. Even if the owner invites you, it's difficult to do tshuva on this. Also, one cannot leave during or after a meal. Even to go during a meal, just go to a different meal, different room. Or you're going to come back. One should not do that. Even to leave his door. One should be careful from this. But continues the Kitzur, what if you did Avar V'yatzi, you went out and you came back? Whether you finished there. Or you come back, you do not need to make a new since you're making a bread meal. Bread is the type that is always all considered to be one meal. Therefore, you don't have to make a new bracha. Wherever you're going to bench, you make sure to have a ksayis apostle. Other items, not bread, is not the way, which we'll get to in Siman Nun. We'll pick up from here. B'siyata dishmaya.